Good morning!
Over the next few videos, we're going to be talking about some of my favorite things, superheroes and basketball.
You see, for me, superheroes will always spark the imagination of people around the world, regardless of their background, because I think that people are always looking for something that represents the ideal person or the ideal situation. You know, almost all of us have loved fairy tales when we were young. Just remember stories of giants and witches and wizards and monsters and things that were so colorful and bigger than life, and bigger than life, and bigger than life.
Everyone knows that when it comes to the movie industry, Marvel is really killing it. But there was a time at the start of the 2000s where people didn't believe that superheroes could be the staple for what the movie industry was going to follow. Sure, you have movies that were testing the water like Blade, Spawn, and X-Men, but I don't think people were expecting much from these franchises. They were just experiments, but these movies were surprising hits. Both X-Men and Blade had their own trilogies, and they showed that people would go and support the cinematic versions of these comic books. Up to that point, I think it'd be easy to say that geek culture was a thing of books and comics. If you didn't read those things, you may not have been aware of what was going on out there. But cinema brought superheroes to mainstream and made them pop culture, that is to say, popular. Now, for me, I didn't start collecting comics till I was about to go to college. Sure, I inherited some from one of my brothers, but I didn't actually start reading them till then. Before then, the only exposure I had was the WB. I would watch things like Static Shock, Batman Beyond, and The Spectacular Spider-Man. I remember as a kid, I was so inspired. Nowadays, though, there are so many iterations of superhero shows, including gritty ones like The Boys and Invincible. Those TV shows show superheroes in a different light. Now, we live in a world where chaos is kind of the norm and fitting in is hard, but traditionally speaking, superheroes have been used to express the best in mankind. Comic books almost have healing powers because they provide respite for so many. Now, join me next time for part 2. I'll be going on over the spectacular things about the NBA and why I think that these two subjects go well together.
That's all person I need to know. 5 minutes. Man. Yeah, baby. Woke up out that damn mud, man. Still gone from last night.
Baller, shot caller, 20-inch blade on the Impala. Caller, get laid tonight. Swiss roll tight, got sprayed by ice. I hit the highway, making money the flyway. But it's got to be a better way, better way, yeah.
I'm a baller, I'm a 20-inch crawler, blades on Impala, diamond rock waller, R10 howler, never leader, not a faller, break